Alright, how's it going, guys? Been meaning to do a new toolbox tour. I recently picked up a lot of new tools and kind of reconfigured my whole tool setup. Doing one of my videos, I realized that I just over the years have kind of really haven't been paying attention to my tools, and a lot of them have dwindled away, and I kind of need a lot of updates and kind of putting things together compared to how they were back when I was a mechanic. I used to have a huge box, but this is what I'm using now for my landscaping general repairs. I got myself a nice selection of Milwaukee stuff. I've got the 3/8. Is this the fuel? I think this is the non-fuel, the non-brushless 3/8 ratchet. Just picked up the soldering iron. Really nice. I like this a lot. It's an M12. All three of these are M12s. This is the 3/8 stubby. This is the brushless fuel impact. So all of those run off these style batteries, the M12s. And then I've got the impact driver and the drill in the M18. And then the fuel sawzall. That's the M12 version. I think they have an M12 and an M18. I got the M12. I think it's been great for my needs. Permanent markers and some paint pens. Batteries here. I just got some flap disc wheels. Really haven't found a home for those yet. These are just kind of some odds and ends I got on top. A little flashlight with extendable reach for magnetized picking things up. Keys for the toolbox, and a lot of the bits for the driver here. Got some random super glue, former gaskets, a little lube, high-tack sealant. Those are going to end up probably in the shop when I get this toolbox down to the shop. I have it in my office right now because I've been going through organizing. Got the Earthquake Harbor Freight 1/2-inch impact. This thing's been great. I've been using it for about a year now, maybe a little over a year. Thing's been awesome. Got a portable inflator. This actually stays at the house in case I ever wake up with a flat tire or need to pump up some rafts and things like that. Nice to have. This is actually my second one. My first one died. Just the motor was spinning, but it wasn't pumping on the inside, so I don't know what was going on. I actually got a replacement. Then I've got the M18. This is the bigger grease gun. Another thing that I was waiting for quite some time to buy, and finally pulled the trigger. That thing's great. My Walker mower, Bobcat, any of the attachments. It just makes greasing a lot better. You know, it sounds silly, but it's amazing the amount of greasing you can do with that as compared to a handgun. This, I've got a little mount that I made. I just took a Harbor Freight magnet and got this little rubber trim on it, and then screwed a universal cell phone mount to it. So this thing is really strong. It can stick to the side of my toolbox, stick to a car or whatever I need. And then this is completely adjustable and opens up, swivels. I can actually put the GoPro in here. It actually will hold the GoPro too, which is another nice way to hold that GoPro if I have a little need for that. This is my longest pry bar that I can't fit inside the toolbox, so I have it hanging on the side. Got the 26-inch Harbor Freight bottom box, and then I got the add-on chest, 14.5 inches, I believe it is. I also picked up this power strip. You've got the couple of USB ports built in, and then it's got 5 outlets and a nice long plug for plugging in for power, for recharging. I got to get my chargers that are down at the shop. I'm probably going to stick them up on here. So we'll start in the top drawer. These are a couple of new kits that I just picked up. The 3/8-inch metric and standard, 3/8 and 1/4-inch sets. These actually come in these cases, which are really nice. So you can actually slide them and put them in the case if you need to take them on the go, and they don't fall out. We got the 3/8 case there, and then the 1/4-inch here, which is really nice. But they also fit inside the toolbox. I already had these in a video. These are 3/8 swivels, metric and standard. These are just great to use with your impact gun. You just slap one of those puppies on, you can get in all different angles and really make quick work of nuts and bolts with those. Got a little 1/4-inch torque wrench just for doing small stuff, small engine repair type of things, motorcycles, that type of stuff. It's nice to have one that does inch pounds. A couple of spare ratchets. I just got a Craftsman. This is one of my older snap-on ratchets. Still works great. Oxygen sensor, spark plug, or oxygen sensor socket. This is one of those little, sure you've seen on TV type of sockets that kind of just stick over odds and ends, and they actually, I've used those a couple of times. They actually get you out of jam sometimes. Got some universal, some adapters here, all different sizes, swivel, impact. This is just 2 little cheap kits that I got at Harbor Freight. So that's the first drawer. Second drawer, got some screwdrivers. Got a nice little 6-piece Milwaukee set. These are really, really nice. They have what they are, the flat blade or the plus for the Phillips. They also have the square in case you wanted to put a pair of pliers on to get that extra torque. Really nice grips. I really like those. And then these here are the actually missing one. I think I have it in my truck. Are the Pittsburgh Harbor Freight screwdriver kit. This is the electric one that actually has the insulation on the sides. So if you're getting through a couple of wires to get to a screw, you're not shorting things out. So these are nice to have for certain instances. And I saw a couple of videos on YouTube, people saying how these are really nice for the money. I think I picked up the whole kit for like 14 bucks on sale. Same thing with this. This is just a small kit. Got flat blade and Phillips, just for smaller screws. This is a screwdriver. I'm not sure where I picked this up. I think I got it from my father, as seen on TV type of thing he bought one time. But it's actually kind of cool. You can remove this end piece here and hook it up to the drill driver and actually use it as a right angle driver, which is kind of neat. Just got a couple of bits on it. Got impact screwdriver bit for those stubborn bolts. Then just a little dollar pick set from Harbor Freight. I've already bought like 4 or 5 of those. So you can never have too many of those. Next drawer, I just have a couple of tap and die sets, American and standard. American is standard and metric. I just got a couple of little open containers for future expansion. Got myself a little digital caliper here for measuring things. Next up, I've got, this is my metric wrench drawer. I've got the Icon Professional set that I just picked up. Runs from 6 to 19, no skips. And then I got the gear wrench ratchet flat set. I have the American and the metric. You'll see in the next drawer I've got the other half of this kit. These are just some extra Craftsmans, missing a couple. I got to get those. I think I have them down the shop. And then just some offset. I think these are Duralast Autocraft. So these are auto parts store offset metric, all different sizes. And then just a random Craftsman 16 and 18 millimeter. Next drawer is basically the same as that last drawer, but American sizes. A couple extra wrenches. Same thing here. Same thing here. Ratchet wrenches. Right over to this side. These are the specialty bits. This is a gear wrench kit that's got a lot of the Allens, Torx, security Torx, and then inverted. I think these are triple squares. No, these aren't triple squares. Triple squares are those. Forgot what these are called. Inverted Torx, I believe. Yeah, inverted Torx. That's what those are. Same as these, but just inverted. A couple of sets, American and standard, of your standard Allens with the, swivel rounded off end. These are good if you've got a long reach that these won't do. These are just kind of like nut driver set with Torx ends on them, 4 different sizes. Like I said, here's the triple square. I believe that's what these are called for your Volkswagen and Audi and stuff like that. So that's the first drawer. Second drawer, this is kind of the gasket scraper drawer. I've got a 4-piece set. This is good for pulling radiator hoses off to kind of break the seal around the hose. Just a right angle pick, straight pick, and then Nice sharp scraper. Got some wire wheels, battery, wire brushes for cleaning the terminals, scraper. This one here is extendable. Push this button. I'm trying to do this with one hand. And it locks in place, which is nice. And then you've got your razor blade on here with replaceable ends. And then you can get the replacement stay in the handle. It's kind of nice. Another one of those. Got my last gasket scraper. This is a snap-on. I've had this for a while. Basically the same as that. And next one down, this is the pry bar and chisels. Just a kind of a Pittsburgh set there from Harbor Freight. Same thing with these. A couple of random little type of, this is actually a rear brake tool for adjusting rear brakes. Plastic pry tools. Same thing with that. This is a Duramax flywheel holder kit for when you're taking off your, for doing a water pump. I believe it was for the water pump that I got that. And I got the socket in the other drawer that goes with that. This is a line clamp and some quick release adapters. This kind of electronics drawer. I got my electronics meter, some test lights, automatic strippers, solder, a little RPM gauge, some cutters. These are magnetic, bendable clamps just for if you're soldering some wires or whatever. You're able to, you know, basically have another set of hands to hold them together while you're soldering your wires. Just little things that I use. I've always kind of wanted to get and just never really took the time to sit down and buy them, which I finally did. Down here I just got some random electrical things. Got some fuses, some connections, plenty of zip ties. Some electrical tape, some shrink tube, some fittings, that type of stuff. This is our hammer drawer. A pair of safety glasses in here with a variety of different hammers, a couple of dead blows, ball peen, mini sledge, a 3-pound sledge I just picked up. And then this is just my puller, which I have some more down the shop I'm going to put in this drawer here. So yeah, that's about all I've got in it so far. I'm going to add some more tools once I get it down to the shop. I got some more tools to add to it. Some of my used tools I already put in here, and a lot of the other ones are new ones that I just picked up. So maybe there's something in here that'll remind you that you've been wanting one, and maybe you'll order up a couple of these tools. If you have any questions or want to know anything else about any of the tools that I'm using, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Very happy with these kits, by the way. I don't know if you've checked out these new Milwaukees, but they've got square sockets, which are really nice because they won't roll. Like if you're on a surface that's not level, you know how you're under a car and your sockets always roll away. And you can also put a wrench on here if you wanted. So say you had a really tight area, you could take one of these and, you know, fit in that area and then put a wrench on it. And actually, with very little clearance, with only like 1 inch of clearance, you can get, you know, some bolts off. So, but yeah, ratchets seem to be pretty good too. Pretty happy with these kits. All right, guys, that's about it for the toolbox tour. Thanks for watching.